Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Danny Shea coming to you in the afternoon. Thursday, June 1st. Why say July 1st? Don't need things going any faster than they are. June 1st. A lot of crazy energies going on. Lots and lots. So we have a full moon coming up. And my energy level is wonky, right? It's like a roller coaster. And I think my brand new glasses have I hope I didn't scratch them. Anyway, let's move on. So what I want to talk about today, just let's look at the month ahead for June. The debt ceiling crisis seems to be averted. Yay. I know a lot of people aren't happy with how it went out. I mean, I'm not. However, if we had a choice between a default and this, I choose this. Good, I didn't scratch my glasses. So, yeah, but there's issues. The other thing, what else, before I go in there? I mean, there's a lot that we can talk about in there, but we're going to pass on it. I was looking at my calendar today. It's LGBTQ plus Pride Day, Pride Month. And I went, is that a national holiday? I mean, I'm so clueless. And it's just, it was a proclamation. So Bill Clinton made it, he proclaimed June, I think at that time it was Gay and Lesbian Pride Month for the month of June. And I mean, so he did a good job there, but he was also the guy that promoted Don't Ask, Don't Tell, which keeps people in the closet. So that's not such a great thing. And then what else? Bush didn't even talk about it for his 8 years. Obama brought it back and added trans and something else. I can't remember. Another label. And I'm not big on labels, as you all know. If you've been watching me, I think labels really limit and categorize people unfairly. The other thing, and so who's next after Obama? Trump, of course. What did he do? He tweeted about it. And then Biden brought it back. So Pride Month of June. And certainly there's Pride celebrations that are not in June. Down in the South, for example, it's too damn hot, so they do it at another time. Let's just do a quick reading on where we're going with this, shall we? I'm going to be using my Colette Baron Reed Enchanted Map. So let's just get a temperature. And I because things are so wonky, let me just put this out there. Every comment needs to be respectful. If you start bashing anybody, especially me, I'm gonna block you. Okay? I'm not about passion. I'm about love and light, inclusion, and I may say things that, I don't know, just keep it all respectful. Let's see what we get. Pride Month. LGBTQ plus. Ooh. Okay. 3 cards. First card. Can you see that? Goblins. Ooh, scary. It's all fear-based. What's going on is all fear-based. So you look at Florida. You look at, oh my gosh, Uganda. You look at all of the anti-LGBTQ plus laws that are coming on the books. And this year alone, it's huge, huge. Over 600, I think. Fear-based. I don't want a goblin coming at me. Well, too bad, because that is flying a little above the cloud. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, that's like a really clear, to me, representation of the movement. I get it's being who you are, showing your colors, flying high, and I think, if I'm reading this correctly, this is an alicorn. It's a magical, mythical figure. It's running on rainbows. So cool. So we have these two, scary and not scary. Not scary. And the third card, movement. I wish I had a timeline on the movement, but I don't. Tarot's not good with times. I'm not good with times. But in these times, see how I did that? There is a movement towards the LGBTQ movement flying high. And those goblins, they're just elementals. And I go into the elemental realm with shamanic journeying, and when you get into those spaces, you realize, I mean, it's just not scary at all. Okay. Let's move on to the month of June. Let's just do a reading on that. Month of June, see what we get. Then maybe we'll pull it into political. Then maybe we'll pull it into, I don't know. We'll see. See what the general month has to say. I'm using my Los Garibo deck. It's one of my favorites. Month of June. We have a lot of energy happening. It's a lot of movement, a lot of opening up, a lot of letting go of. Oh my gosh, stuff I have to let go of. I think I need an auctioneer. I got so much stuff. I've got camera gear, scuba gear. I have to get rid of my guitars and banjos because my fingers are, I can't play them anymore. I'm hoping they'll get better. Okay. Month of June, what do we got going? A lot of revelations coming up. Feeling a lot of heat too. First card out of the deck, magic. the magician, creating something out of nothing. It's also a little sleight of hand. Hey, look over there. Well, you're doing something over here. But this is the first card, number 1. The very first card is number 0, which is the Fool. So as the Fool starts the journey with magic, creating something, and I really feel like we are on the precipice of an awareness of where, of what we're letting go of and what we're bringing in. So this precipice, this, not the Fool's Cliff, but kind of, we're watching this transition, and it's really beautiful. If you look at the future, it's really difficult if we get caught up in the people trying to hang on to all their stuff. It's being covered by the 8 of Cups, walking away from sorrow. This is walking away from a lot of the stuff that you should be clearing out of your house. I just should on you guys. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. At the base of the reading, calm energy. Calming energy of the king. And he's got the little crabby up there. In the past, as it relates to this, we have the 4 of Cups. This is an offer being presented. This is 3 cups spilling, but actually this is, we have all these full cups. This is a very deceiving 4 of Cups. Going on, yeah, I got 3 cups empty. Not looking at the offer. You're not looking at all the full cups behind you. So this to me says, in the month of June, as we are waking up and as we are realizing where this movement is going, and I think it's this energy is moving towards this magical alicorn type energy. We're not looking at all these full cups we have. We're just looking at the lack, the empty cups. At the top of the reading, we have the Ace of Swords. A new beginning, a new truth that we're going to see. And in the potential near future, the energies that are bringing us forward, it's the 10 of Swords. And I like using this deck for a number of reasons, but one of them is because of this card. These 10 swords are not stabbed in somebody's back. These 10 swords are stabbed into the earth, which, well, that doesn't please me, but the guy's walking away. So he's kind of made his stand and then he walks away. It feels almost like the 8 of Cups. He's walking away to find himself either in the sunset or the sunrise. And because 10s are completions, it could go either way. I think a completion is always ready for a new beginning. But it sure feels, and also there is a crossroads here that we see. So there is this pain of the moment of what we see going on. And it brings me back to Pride Month and the restrictions that nations and states are putting on their movement. And it's just not their movement because that's a label. It's all of us who are seeking a higher realm in the light, unity consciousness. They're sticking their swords in us, but they missed, and we get to walk away for something new. So it feels like if you get into that moment, it feels like it's pain. I hope that made sense. Internally, the month of June, we're just chipping away. We're just doing our work. And if we're standing in the light, that's all we can do, is maintain our higher vibration. And it's a lot of work because there's so much of this energy. Ow, ow. So we don't want to stay there. We want to walk away from that Ten of Swords energy. The external position. Ooh, get ready. Things are going to start moving. Month of June. So he's got the Sword of Truth. New truth is going to be coming out. New revelations. If this is about us, expect some new revelations about who we are, what we are about, what we want to hang on to, what we want to let go of. At the top of the reading, hopes and fears, the Seven of Swords. We hope that somebody doesn't come in to our camp, take some of our defenses, and leaves us with just a few. And our fear is, our fear is someone is going to sneak into our camp, take our defenses, and just leave us with a few. Our hope is, with this card, our hope is that interesting. I'm getting stuck here. I'm going to come back to that later. Hopes and fears, Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is meaning somebody coming into camp, taking what's not theirs, packing their bags, sneaking away with something. Okay, I got something with this as a general reading, not political. I'm not sure what that means yet, which is fine. Doesn't matter. And at the top of the reading, the wish card, the Nine of Cups. We get our wish. It's very important when we get our wish, make sure we have good wishes. The intention behind it is good. We got the Ace of Wands, which is my Fred Flintstone club. Bam! It's going to kind of force us to make sure that we have the right intention. And here we have a little sadness going on. One more. And a little Four Swords energy. Time out. In this deck, this is not a sickness type card, although it could be. There could be a sickness associated with this June reading. But this is, for me, this is more of rise above the fray of maybe this type of news that's coming at us that's going to make us sad. Rise above it. He's levitating a little bit. Otherwise, it'll make you sick. Get regrounded again in it. So as I look at this, let me pull some clarifiers on this Seven of Swords. What in the hopes and fears for June? What does this mean? Give me some, let me switch decks. What does this Seven of Swords mean for the general people generally speaking, for all of us for the month of June. It feels like, as we were talking, that there is magic to be had, that we're going to have to walk away from some past beliefs, what we think we really need, what we think we have to hold on to. And we're going to come up with a new way of looking at things. It's going to take some work. Things may come in really fast. We will get our wish. We are going to get a new idea with the Ace of Wands. It could beat us over the head. Some people will be happy. Some people will be sick. Kind of feels like the debt ceiling agreement. And the Seven of Swords, the thief, we kind of got hoodwinked. That's not the way it should have worked. What is this Seven of Swords about? Positive energy, hard work, documents and contracts. So maybe I was picking up on the debt ceiling, but this positive energy goes back to the Nine of Cups. The set your intention, your wishes for positivity. And yeah, it is hard work. And that's what we got with the Eight of Pentacles, the hard work. And there's some kind of contract, which was the debt ceiling. Okay. So ask yourself, what are you willing to let go of for magic to happen? There's people who talk about a new way, a new top-down economic way. Clearly, this economic structure that we have isn't working at all, right? Except for the top 1%. I saw Bernie Sanders. He was pissed. He goes, I'm not voting for this bill. And I wonder, would he have voted for it if he was the deciding vote? Now, that's a good question. Because Mr. Sanders is one of principle, whether you agree with his principle or not agree with his principle. But I wonder what he would do. Does he think that everybody suffering so the country can still have this economic freedom, is it worth it? And that's a big question. There's a lot of people that are going to be hurt by this. Joe Manchin isn't, though. Thumbs up for him. The Earth, no. But you look at the work requirement on these, on this. It's, in one way you can say, yeah, it makes sense. If you have an able-bodied person that can work, then let them work. But to have a blanket statement like that, you're not looking at the details. And so what's an able-bodied person? What's an able-minded person? We just got off of COVID and we're still dealing with COVID. And people are having really tough challenges getting out, facing people. I am, and I'm an able-bodied person. But I'd rather be with dogs than people sometimes. Okay, all the time. I'm so tired of just fighting, getting out in the street and listening to negative thoughts, negative stuff, people in fear, people hanging on. There's goblins out there. Yeah, there are, but they're not that scary. And if you were just like, if you just breathed into it a little bit, you'd probably find out that those goblins could actually help. And I'm not talking just the Pride Month thing. It's everything. We don't have enough. It's just everything is driven on fear. Okay, enough of that. Enough. Let's 25 minutes. Let's talk. Let's look at Trump. New revelations came out, which is kind of in that June reading here. And when I first pulled the Magician card, Trump is Slippery Don. He is the magician. He slides away, look over there while he's doing something over there. And at the top of the reading, he had the Sword of Truth. I'm like, ooh, this could be a political reading. At the base of it, he had Joe Biden's card. And covering the magician was the Eight of Cups, the walking away. So, new revelations that have come out. I guess there was an aide who was recording Trump. And as she was saying, to make sure that the media got the right context, to make sure that his words were conveyed correctly to whoever. And Jack Smith or the FBI or somebody got her laptop, made a copy of the files, and there's all this stuff on it. Trump taking a document, classified, saying I probably shouldn't have it, blah, 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 blah. But look what I got, classified document. And then sometimes some people are reporting that it's about Iran. That's kind of huge because there's a lot of stuff that is being changed in Trump world that's coming to light. And, you know, let's just take a look. Take a look. I know some of you all are going to be asking, is he leaving? Is he going? Is he going to Saudi Arabia? Well, he isn't going to Iran, I tell you that. Do you think he could run? I mean, jog? Do you think? It's not a pretty image in my head, him jogging around. It's kind of like him dancing. It's like that gopher in Caddyshack. I'm all right. I'm all right. Nobody can. Okay, sorry. I won't sing again. Okay, Trump. Talk to me about Trump. What's he feeling? How's he doing? What's he worried about with the Jack Smith? What's he worried about, Jack Smith? What's going on with him? His kid's worried. Donnie. He just popped in my head and it's like, whoa. Whoa. And then he just went back to doing drugs. It's like his eyes opened up. Oh, wow. Okay, another toke or whatever he's doing. I don't know. Trump world. Trump. What's going on with him? Can y'all see that? Judgment. This card, he's got a little hourglass. Looks like time's running up. Ten of Pentacles, this is the family money. Four of Pentacles at the base of it. He's kind of like imprisoned in his own Mar-a-Lago, but it's also him holding on to some money. He's boxed in. He's boxed in. There's a decision to be made. He's got the Four of Cups again. And I don't know. He's got the Hanged Man. He's either upside down, he's taking a look at another way, another option. I'm sure he is, and I'm sure all his lawyers are, and I'm sure his brain is going overtime in the sneakery department, in the thief department. How do I spin this? How do I get this to, how do I make this happen? But no matter what, I mean, sooner or later, you got to realize, dude, you're upside down. Internally, he's calling on some dark stuff, secret stuff. Just, hey, come on. It's not the devil, but it's the high priestess. You call on her for like, whoa, all else has failed. Tapping into higher intuition. And out in the external position is the King of Information. King of Information. Bringing forth new information. So we have the High Priestess kind of in a little battle, conversation with the King of Wands, King of Information, the Queen of Woo-Woo, kind of darkish woo-woo, at least in this deck, bluish woo-woo, hopes and fears, the Empress. Interesting. Hopes and fears, Empress. Is this Russia? The hopes and fears that Russia isn't going to step up and do some things? And there's a new beginning with this. And then we have inside Trump's brain, illusion, delusion. Which way to go? How do I do this? How do I spin this? What do I do? So he's calling on his higher self. And the answer that he gets is pick a cup. Pick the right cup. And maybe things will go good. If you pick the wrong cup, and if you look at this, yeah, well, they're all not that great. The center one is probably the better. These three are probably the better ones, but they're still all surrounded by the dark clouds. So this illusion, delusion is not that good. Here's a giving and receiving card. People are either going to be turning on him so they don't go to prison, or he's going to be giving up stuff. And then we have the Star of Hope. One more. One more. That ain't good. All right. He is on to, in the month of June, he is on his way, as we all are, for a new beginning. The ending of something, the beginning of something new. And we have the Star of Hope, But the Star of Hope is a balancing of things. The Six of Coins, a giving and receiving. It's more of a balancing as well. So this illusion, delusion, which one do you pick? What he should be picking, I know I showed on him again, what he would be wise to pick. If he came to me for a reading, I would say, you ought to look at what you're giving and what you're receiving. What is the balance? How do you start on a new beginning? Because the last card is death. The very first card is being judged, is the judgment card. You're in trouble. Did I see any jail? Not in June. Not in June. Let's just ask, is Trump making any deals? Is Trump making any deals with Jack Smith? Just came into my head. I don't know. Haven't looked at it. Is Jack Smith making any deals? Little water. Is Jack Smith making any deals with Donald Trump? Is Donald Trump making any deals with Jack Smith? What I got was, it's not in Jack Smith's list of things to do. He's got a to-do list, and that's not on it. Let's make Trump a deal. So it's not coming from Jack Smith. And with Trump asking, his people could be asking. So let's expand it. Is Trump or his people looking to work a deal somehow? How do you work a deal? He's like under so many different criminal probes. How can you work a deal? Which one do you pick? All of them? Trump or his minions in the process of working a deal. Slow moving knight. Queen of Cups. Boy, he's just he knows he's trapped. Yeah, he is. And it may be successful. The internal position is the Six of Coins, giving and receiving money, giving and receiving ideas, projects. Externally, Star of Hope. They want this to end. They want it to end well. Russia here is involved as well with the Empress. Hopes and fears. He hopes he doesn't die, but the final outcome is a little victory. I think he's going to be giving up some information. Slowly. It's not going to happen overnight. Slowly. Because we had the Six of Pentacles, slow moving knight, project, being covered by the Queen of Cups, the secret in her cup, giving and receiving, balancing things out, and it's got to do with Russia. What is the Russian connection? What is the Russian connection? I'm going to do this, see if I can pull something from it, and if I can't, then we will go. Leave it at that. Russian connection. I am going to use my intuitive deck from Meister Tarot. It's a little teeny baby deck. Look, it's little teeny. It fits in my hands. Can you see that? Flip. Trump flipped. What's the Russian connection? What was that Empress card? Let me go with that. What was the Empress card all about? What was the Empress card all about? What was the Empress card all about? Clear the space. Highest and best good. What was that Empress card? Flip. Okay. I don't know. Who? Let me ask you guys a question. Who didn't believe in the flip? Because I got it twice. It's kind of like Tinkerbell. You got to clap your hands. You got to believe. So there's a realization. There's a rebuilding. Convoluted confusion. Faith and trust. He's got to have a lot of... Somebody is getting a lot... Okay. What was the Russia connection? The Emperor connection. Slow. Okay, help me out with this slow. Sometimes I'm just too slow. Help me out. I go, so I'm having a hard time with this card. What does this card mean? Sometimes I'm just too slow. And then you look at the snail. The snail's like laughing at me, just smiling. Yeah, you are. You're pretty damn slow. You don't get it? You don't get what I showed you? Flip, idea, rebuilding, confusion, trust. Don't you get it? No. Help me out. What's the Russia connection? I mean, I get that Trump doesn't want to go down in flames. I get that he doesn't want to be this. So he's rebuilding something. But what's the Russian connection? Science. We got bravery up in science. Bravery up in science. And to me, this card, because it's an intuitive deck, it always looks like a dog looking over his rear end, looking behind him, going, ooh, uh-oh. So I'm not getting any, like, maybe the science, maybe there was some scientific stuff. What is he? What? I don't know. But he's flipping. Trump is flipping. And is Donnie Jr. in big trouble because of the flip? Let's just do 3 cards on that. Because I heard Donnie Jr. in my head, right? do the Johnny pull, where he fans all those cards out. Ooh, 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 ooh. The Donnie connection. The Lovers. Joe Biden, King of Calm. Worried. Yeah, he's worried. He's worried about what's going on. His contractual obligations to his dad, the love for his dad. But the King of Cups, Jack Smith, the DOJ, that, the loss got him. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. One card to leave you with. I'm going to be on Sherry's channel, Voices from the Swamp. Go to my community page. I'll put this up right now. A link to Sherry's show with Juno. Do you know who I'm going to be on with? Do you know? Juno. Got 3 people watching now, so I can be stupid. All right. Card 1 for us. 1 for us. You ready? Come together. Peace and love.